Hello. We are going over the 324 biblical prophecies that prove Jesus is the Messiah. You are watching this on the Halachgoy channel of YouTube. I'm a Halachgoy, and you can be one too. 324 biblical prophecies that prove Jesus is the Messiah. Prophecy number 51. The resurrection predicted. We find this prophecy in the book of Job, chapter 19, verses 23 to 27. Oh, that my words were recorded, that they were written on a scroll, that they were inscribed with an iron tool on lead, or engraved in a rock forever. I know that my Redeemer lives, and that in the end he will stand upon the earth, and my skin, after my skin has been destroyed, yet in my flesh I will see God. I myself will see him with mine own eyes, I and not another. How my heart yearns within me. We find the fulfillment of this prophecy in the book of John, chapter 5, verses 24 to 29. I tell you the truth, whoever hears my words and believes him who sent me has eternal life and will not be condemned. He has crossed over from the dead to life. I tell you the truth, a time is coming and has now come when the dead will hear the voice of the Son of God, and those who hear will live. For as the Father has life in himself, so he has granted the Son to have life in himself. And he has given him authority to judge, because he is the Son of Man. Do not be amazed at this, for a time is coming when all who are in their graves will hear his voice and come out. Those who have done good will rise to good, and those who have done evil will rise to be condemned. By myself I can do nothing. I judge only as I hear, and my judgment is just, for I seek not to please myself, but the one who sent me. So Job is speaking. Job, for most of his life, had a very good life. He was wealthy, he had a good home, he had children, everything was going well for him, he had health. And God saw a need to test Job. For whatever reason, God chose to test Job. God sent one of his angels to afflict Job in a way that was viewed as punishment, in a way that would be viewed as unfair to him. And Job cried out from this state of being treated unfairly at the hand of God. And Job cried out and proclaimed that there will come a day when God will stand upon the earth. Job will see God himself and see him with Job's own eyes. Job, not another. How Job's heart yearns within him. Job, even though he was afflicted in a very difficult way, knew that God would ultimately make things correct, and was looking forward to a day when he would still be alive. This is a reference to the coming resurrection, and we know for a fact that there will be a coming resurrection when all things are made correct. Jesus is also speaking of this coming day of resurrection. There is no question that that's something that Jesus believed in. Jesus knew that there would come a time when all who are in their graves will come out. Those who have done good will rise to good, and those who have done evil will rise to be condemned. Jesus knew that there would come a day of a resurrection when all things would be made correct. What is curious about this is that according to the gospel story, Jesus saw himself as a principal character within the judgment being allocated by God. In the book of Job, this justice, Job was seeking directly from God. In the book of John, Jesus speaks of himself as an instrument of God, as a partner, or as a sort of like an employee of God. Jesus says that he, by himself, he can do nothing. He judges only as he hears, and the judgment is just. For Jesus seeks not to please himself, but him who sent him. That would be God. Jesus sees himself as God's arm, as God's messenger of justice. So in the sense that there is a resurrection, this is an accurate confirmation. In the book of John, it's an accurate confirmation that Jesus believed in the resurrection that is spoken of in the book of Job. Why he places himself in that resurrection as a judge within the resurrection is not really clear, and that is in no way alluded to in the book of Job. So in this case, it's a mixed fulfillment of prophecy. The next prophecy we'll be looking at: the enmity of kings foreordained. The book of Psalm, chapter 2, verses 1 through 3. Thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you next time.